Hello, I'm Dr. David Goltzer, and my role is helping Norfolk and Waveney CCG support care homes. I would like to say a few words about the COVID vaccine, which offers a way out of this pandemic. But firstly, thank you all for the tremendous work that you've done over many months. And now at a time which I appreciate continues to cause great physical and mental pressure and stress to you all. Many of you and the people you care for would have received your first vaccine. But for those who haven't, I'm sorry, there's been difficulties with the supply of the vaccine, but you should be offered your vaccine shortly, either in your care home or at a local surgery or vaccination centre. There are two vaccines in use at the moment, the Pfizer and the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine. They both use a fragment of the virus to stimulate an immune response. They don't contain any human or animal cells or products and have been extensively tested for safety and effectiveness. Two vaccinations separated by 12 weeks are necessary to develop immunity against coronavirus. Now, it's well known that all vaccines can cause side effects for a few days while they begin to stimulate your immune system. Both of these vaccines may cause local injection site arm pain and for 2 or 3 days mild flu-like symptoms, aches, headache and mild temperature. Generally, the first dose of the Pfizer vaccine causes few side effects, but after the second dose, you may expect some aches and a slight temperature. The first dose of the AstraZeneca vaccine is more likely to cause some tiredness, headaches, and a bit of a temperature and nausea for a few days. But fortunately, these side effects are expected to be much less common with the second dose. It's safe to use paracetamol for the side effects. If you feel too poorly to work, of course, do let your manager know. If side effects are different, longer lasting, please let your GP know. They can inform the medicine safety regulator by using the yellow card scheme. However, if you have a high temperature, a continuous dry cough, loss of taste, well, it may be COVID infection itself, which is unrelated to your vaccination, but you would need to self-isolate and arrange for a COVID test at a near testing centre. So what does the first vaccination mean for you? Well, over 3 weeks, your immune system will build resistance to COVID infection, but your resistance to infection will be developing, and it's not 100%. So you can still catch COVID infection and become unwell, or indeed not know that you're infected, and therefore you can potentially pass on infection to others. So after your first vaccination, in your day-to-day life, you must continue to stick to all of the current regulations. For example, obeying lockdown rules, social distancing, hand washing, and wearing a mask. What does your first vaccination mean for you at work? Well, following your first vaccination, it's possible that you may catch the virus and pass it on to work colleagues and those you care for. So you must continue with all of the infection control procedures that are there in your workplace. Indeed, regular COVID testing will continue in your care home. To sum up, after your first vaccination, it's vital to keep going with all the current precautions to stop further spread of this virus. Make sure that you have your second vaccination as planned, because that will build up your protection. And with more and more people getting vaccinated over the next months, it will give us a chance of overcoming this awful virus. Now there's a site for further information. It's COVID-19 vaccination information for care providers on the Norfolk County Council website. Thank you very much for listening today.